Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Gas Mask Podcast. I'm here with Micah. And have you seen this one before?
A long time ago. So I remember nothing, basically. Except Angelina Jolie's in it. And that one other actor that was in Daddy Daycare, I think? Or no. No, I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, I think you are.
I know the actor. I don't know the actor. He's the Brainiac.
You know, this is one of the first ones I put together. So it's kind of weird that we're doing it now,
Oh, really?
4 months later.
Wow. There you go. See, even now, she's just got really weird lips. Like, look at that.
Some people like some big juicy lips.
It just looks
I
unnatural.
mean, have you ever made out with someone?
No.
Well, maybe there's something about the big juicy lips. Maybe some you don't know about.
I don't see the appeal. Like, you have to. You're not making out 24/7. You just have to look at those most of the time. The feel of them, it's like every now and again. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it depends on the couple.
Practicality of gigantic lips. I don't know.
You should write an essay.
Pros and cons of
See what people think.
really big
Watch people
lips.
just duke it out on Reddit.
That'd be epic. Yeah, if any movie was gonna be sensual, it would be this movie.
That's true. So the robot is obviously CG, but for close-ups they had a tangible one. It was about 5,000 pounds, so it had to be moved around with a crane. The day they filmed this, the toy company came around and took pictures of the robot, but they thought that the clamps on its head was part of the design.
Oh.
Therefore, the action figures are strange and inaccurate.
Well,
That's why you send things back to people.
Yeah,
Get them approved before you do mass production.
checks and balances and mingling between, different groups. Maybe talk to the art team. I don't know. Anything besides just,
Yeah.
oh, it's alright.
That's our loose fun.
It's fine, no.
It's a robot, it is.
It's what it is. Dude, why would they send that into combat? Like, why is that just a training thing?
I mean,
Also, who trains to fight like an arachnid robot? Seems a bit impractical.
it would probably violate some kind of.
Geneva.
Yeah, it would probably violate the Geneva Convention in some way.
They use remote drones. Like, they can use weird spider robots.
Angelina Jolie was fairly uncomfortable in her costume. She said the first few days she felt like she was walking around naked because the shorts were so form-fitting.
Yeah, they're pretty tight, but I guess when you're jumping around,
I mean, imagine trying to take them off to pee. It would be impossible.
that's true.
Now, how often did they rip? I mean, did they make like 40 pairs of shorts?
Yeah, you'd think she'd wear like pants for practicality, but aesthetically, it does look cool. So
Well, it's game accurate, of course.
it is game accurate. So Charlie and the Chocolate Factory dad.
So she dragged in this 5,000-pound robot by herself, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She's Superwoman.
She's rich, and that's a superpower, don't you know?
Yeah. She's not wrong.
Poor Simon. Just wanted to party.
Spicy.
So it's funny that we were just talking about cameos in Doctor Who that we, you just don't notice.
Yeah.
Because Chris Berry plays her butler, and he's actually a famous English comedian who I was very excited to see, but I mean, he's pretty much unknown in America.
Oof. Well,
Modestly attractive, that is.
ooh.
Oh.
That's what she said. Guessing the butler doesn't get that much screen time. Unfortunately.
Kind of gets it a little bit decently later, but
That's good.
yeah. The Exposition Council is adjourned. Got like a young Willem Dafoe back there.
Oh, yeah. That long hair.
It was arbitrary. He was a little cross-eyed when he said that. Like, whoa, 1 week. 1 week, yeah.
Looks around the room.
1 week.
Like moves his fingers.
Wait, one? Yep. Yes, do I hear one? Oh, yep. Okay. All right.
1 week.
1 week.
Indeed.
Oh, you're so funny, sir.
That is.
The Queen is Illuminati, you know.
Queen Elizabeth. Everybody's Illuminati. Adventure time. Come on, girlfriends.
Go to very distant lands. The cracks, you say? April Fool's Day.
What?
So he's perfectly aware of what day it is, but he's like, I am going to accost her in the tower with files and the such.
Isn't it a woman? It's like every 15th. I'm gonna look up whether those are real or not.
What are real?
Those lips. I need to know.
Oh, I think
Jaeden.
they are. I don't know if they still are, but I know that they were when she was, I mean, young, yeah. So it's hard to tell because of the way it's shot, but that tent was made out of stone. I literally didn't notice until like the third time I watched it.
Made out of stone.
Like now I understand it's supposed to be like you know, a mausoleum of sorts for her father and all that,
yeah.
but at first I was like,
yeah.
there's just a tent in our backyard, and I just took it for granted. Like, whatever. There it is again. See? Oh, well, they did transition it into a real tent. But still.
Wait a second. Oh.
I just, it confused me a bit.
I was confused.
Mummy. She's still alive in your watch. Give it to me, you shit. See, even billionaires can have nightmares in their silk sheets. They're people, too.
They're all people. They're not aliens. They're just richer than us. It was quite a gown.
My Tomb Raider sense is tingling. So she had a hunch she should smash that wall in particular, huh?
She's like, I know my way around these walls. Okay, so some guy on the internet said they were natural, but as she got older, they got thinner, so she had them artificially.
See, that's what I thought.
Some guy on the internet said that. It's not 100%. Okay.
Okay.
Grain of salt. No disinformation here. But yeah, that's what happened. She's like a cape.
I think it's so weird that he chooses to live out there. You could live
Anywhere.
in a mansion with the sexy billionaire.
Right.
But oh no.
He's gay.
Gonna live in your mice and bug ridden tin box.
Yeah.
You'd have to be gay.
I'm just saying, man. Like, if you're not at least trying, you live right next to her.
Yeah. Work with her every day.
It's also British. So.
What does that got to do with anything?
I think British people higher chance that they're gay. Just by.
Really?
I'm just gonna say that as a gut feeling. I don't have stats to back it up.
Now that's a statistic you should look up.
I would assume, because their culture is more about that, so to speak.
It's an interesting thought. I'll give you that.
And you can't tell because they all sound like gay or straight British people. They all sound the same. Whereas in America, if you're gay, you sound, She is not actually using that hammer. That was like the most woman little.
Yeah. There were a few different versions of the prop. One of them was about 3 feet wide for close-ups, like that.
Oh my gosh.
Perspective.
There you go.
Did I tell you I've actually played almost all of the Tomb Raider games. I own all of them on Steam. I just haven't gotten all the way through.
Yeah, I bought the Tomb Raider. I think all the Tomb Raider games in a bundle when they were on sale on Xbox, but I haven't played any of them.
The first 3 are pretty frustrating.
Yeah, I've seen like a lot of brutal deaths, like in some of them, like way too gory for how.
Yeah, that does happen.
I mean,
It feels punishing when you die.
yeah. I think it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of like horrific.
It's funny. I'm playing the 4th one now, or at least I kind of am. I'm not sure, because I the first 3 really pissed me off, and were a slog, and then I was playing through the 4th one. I'm like, this was actually pretty bearable. Like, it's a big step up finally. And now it's glitched in like the 3rd level, and like I literally can't pass it, and so I don't know what to do. I'm like, damn, I just can't
catch a break.
I feel like I can't win with this franchise.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. The problem was that they made a lot of money, and so the game studio would keep pumping them out. So, for instance, the people who made the first one, they're like, okay, you're going to spend, a few years developing the next one. In the meantime, we're going to use, the stuff from the engine and stuff in the first one, and pump out a sequel really fast. So they constantly had 2 Tomb Raider teams making games. And one would make something, new and amazing, and the other would just keep pumping out the same old garbage.
My goodness.
So it would always take a long time for, the series to hit these points of big improvements.
Yeah. That's unfortunate.
So it's, you kind of have to There's some tough stuff.
I know what you're getting into.
I think I'm too old and too British to take all this in.
Too old and too British. Give me some tea. I need some tea.
Oh, he's salivating now. Oh man, yes.
He's feeling it up.
It's incredibly beautiful. A slot. This is just like an episode of Alias I saw.
A very weird old British man.
She needs some of that Princess Leia boob tape. She needs some support.
That's a thing.
If you're gonna go down big British stairs so much, you need some support.
There's Princess Leia boob tape.
You hear about that? Princess Leia's costume in A New Hope. It was too loose, and she had to do lots of running and stuff, and things were flying everywhere, and so she literally wrapped duct tape around her boobs.
Holy crap! I did not know that.
They didn't have the money or time for the costumers to do anything for it.
Couldn't they just put like a sports bra on or something? Or would it see through the thing?
I don't know. Did they? I mean, maybe.
They had those back then?
I don't know if they had those in.
Yeah, that hair.
He's all kinds of mullety.
Yeah.
And he's ginger. It's like
some weird combination going on there.
The worst.
Did they go out of their way to make her boobs look pointy? To like
maybe
call back onto the.
I know she's
like, what is happening here?
I know she's what do they call it?
Just like,
she's gifted. Well,
I just feel like they
well formed. But I don't know if they did any
like did
anything for exaggeration. I'm not sure. Maybe they did.
That would be hilarious if they did that.
I mean, there's some
that'd be a great callback.
Outfits, especially in the second one, that I think are intentionally that way. But right here, I'm not sure.
It'd be hilarious. Why are you gonna give that artifact to like some sleazy, greasy, shady?
It's funny you say that.
Oh my gosh.
Because it was funny when I was watching the commentary, they kept talking about how sexy this guy was and how sexy he was supposed to be. I don't see it. He's old and he's greasy and not particularly smooth.
I don't know. Maybe women.
Maybe he's sexy by English standards.
Yeah, maybe.
I showed it to Rihanna and she didn't think so. So I don't know. who
I mean,
finds him sexy, but
I could see women finding him attractive, but I don't know if it would be a majority of women.
well, I mean, he's not ugly for sure.
Like, he's a handsome, well-off, older man who could take care of you. But he's also a creep looking. He looks like a
Yeah,
creep.
he's also a real creep.
Right, so I don't know. It could go either way. Not attractive in my opinion, but
Yeah, he's no hunk. Elon Musk does this every Wednesday night.
no, he doesn't. Does he? That would make sense, but no.
I have no
Jaeden.
idea.
I would
Of
hope
course I
so,
don't know.
honestly.
It would be pretty funny.
That would be epic. Look at this. Look at this twat.
So no stunt double was used for that scene of her bungeeing around.
Hmm.
Looks kind of scary.
I would have like a
don't think I would
pad
enjoy
underneath
that.
me, not like
Yeah.
marble or concrete or whatever the heck that is.
Whatever the set's made out of and painted to look like. But you're right, the guy in that trailer's kind of a twat. Must have hurt. Bare feet.
Yeah.
Just gonna land on the chandelier.
All right, movie.
Yep, you're right. We're 30 minutes through and it's time to suspend that disbelief.
She's kicking fully armored men with masks, and they're just like, oh,
And she's
oh, it
barefoot
hurts.
too.
No, that's fine.
Maybe the filmmakers were thinking like
She just kicks way
like with
too
the way
hard.
she's like swinging. Maybe she's got a good
Yeah, she's just
velocity. I don't know what
got
the.
such.
But then she would be hurting herself at that point, I guess.
She's got such a good form that she can basically penetrate all armor.
Now for this, many stunt people were used
Holy crap!
and injured.
Oh my gosh, I can imagine. It's like Spider Woman.
It's cool that she had the strength to do all that.
Mm-hmm.
Hugs. She keeps getting so lucky getting these guys thrown into each other.
Dodging bullets. See, now that guy knows what's up.
Arnold J. Rimmer, ladies and gentlemen. So now I'm wondering if her parents, like, were just paranoids, or if, like, she had to gut a bunch of the mansion to put in these high tech security systems.
I don't know. I think if you have enough money, you
And
know.
how often does something like this usually happen to her? I mean, I guess it's just a preparation thing. I don't.
She has like a lot of security, but no security at the same time.
That's true. She's got no people.
Yeah,
Just some dick in a van.
pretty much.
Oh, that kind of cool. The one she's holding is fake, of course, but they did try that for real and it worked. Crew had a lot of fun with that one. It's so dangerous.
I can imagine.
Whoa, he's that good of a shot with that from that distance? That's more of a.
Yeah.
That's not really a distance weapon.
No, it's got no sight on it.
You must practice with that
I
thing.
didn't see a sight anyway. Well, he's shooting through bulletproof glass, so.
Maybe he practices off the back balcony or something.
I mean, they're rich enough. Yeah, you could probably just do that. Start aiming from the hip.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, she's Miss MacGyver over here.
You know, I bet that would happen. There's gonna be a new MacGyver show, and it'll be a woman, just for no
Yeah,
reason at all. Just
yeah,
cause.
pretty much.
Forget all the other great female characters in MacGyver.
Sex swap. I can't even say it. Sex swap MacGyver.
Yeah, just cause money.
Pretty much. Whoa! Now
All
she
right.
picks up a gun.
So the day they filmed the Mini Cooper getting crushed was coincidentally the day they stopped making them.
Oh,
So they destroyed two minis the same day that they became rare.
oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that must have hurt.
That's depressing. It's like, oh man.
See, the car guys on this movie must have been paranoid from here on out, you know?
Yeah.
They call him up. Uh, there isn't any chance you're gonna discontinue the Mini Cooper, is there? Just, you know.
I'm just wondering because we're gonna blow up a few.
Yeah. He's like slightly deaf right now.
Should have announced himself. They need a code word.
Pineapples.
Pointy. That needs to be the code word. She'll know what it means. Is that UPS? It's
It sure looks like.
generic mail service. Generic box.
Yo, it's probably not legal for you to walk all the way in. We should really hire more people. I know she obviously has trust issues, but come on.
Yeah. You'd think. I mean, she could hire a private, like, security company. They have those.
And that's why I edit the podcast. You know, the way she treats antiquities is quite questionable. I guess that's what separates her from Indiana Jones.
Tear it up.
Yeah, he's like, it belongs in a museum. And she's like, I'm gonna bang it with a hammer, stick it with a knife.
Pretty much. That's what she's gonna do.
They knew all that when it happened, huh?
He knows a little bit too much.
But only one with sick tattoos could control it. You must moon the Illuminati. Hurry, Lara.
And there's just a lot of exposition, I guess you could call it.
Dead father's pretty useful, huh?
I guess.
Especially for a dead guy.
It's pretty useful indeed. A sexual one.
There's a picture of her and all her mates. Just hanging about.
She's hanging about.
That was when we was in Cambodia, isn't it?
Easy woos.
A few letters away from being Adam West.
That's that. He was 007 at one point, I think.
Mm-hmm. Here's the last one.
Yeah.
Did you see No Time to Die?
I think I might have. I think I might have.
It's like late last year.
Yeah, he gets like nuked or something at the end on an island.
Yeah, spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Very same. I like that one.
That was depressing.
Yeah.
I was like, man, why did you have to kill him? I mean, he was really old, so.
I mean, he's not really old, but too old to be Bond,
Too old to be
definitely.
Bond. It's just sad, man. So sad. Every time it happens. Marvel characters, Batman.
Yeah.
Even though he didn't really die, he just retired. But and then they have to replace him, and then it's all weird.
Yeah, people get old and die, and it's weird.
It is. Also, old people are weird.
Also true. So Angelina Jolie wanted to keep all her costumes monochromatic to accentuate her curves. Which is weird, but okay.
What is monochromatic?
Means all one color. Somehow it just makes her look more shapely. I couldn't explain how that works.
Is she just making this up, or is this a real thing?
It's a real thing.
Okay.
And I don't know how it works, but it does.
Radio. Wait, what? It kind of goes hand in hand, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, you get both, so.
Yeah, it's like.
All I heard was that she's smart and you're greedy.
Pretty much. And she got small arms. Look at that.
No arms.
No noodle arms.
Probably bigger than mine, though.
Yeah, unfortunately. Bigger than mine. Probably.
Gotta
Well,
work
I don't
on
know. Maybe mine are bigger. I don't know. I have nothing to compare her to. I don't know if she's like 5 feet tall or 6 feet. You know what I mean? It kind of depends.
I don't think she's very tall.
Probably got bigger arms than her. Let's just say that, so I feel better about myself.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Also have bigger lips than her.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. If you were Val Kilmer, she might have competition, but
Yeah. Oh. Whoa, 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 whoa.
wow, 45 minutes in, we're finally gonna get some Tomb rating.
Finally.
Do you think she'll rate a Tomb?
Probably not.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
At least she'll do some cool stuff on the way.
It's like parkour. Swing through some vines. That'll be it.
That assistant guy is still there? Seems kind of useless.
Halfway around the world, he's just like, "Hi guys, I'm just here."
I'm not in the for the money or the glory, but I'm actually not sure why I'm here.
I'm just here.
Might need a blue box to do that. Did I really used to look like that?
Spooky.
About 6,000 chem lights were used in the film because they're the type you have to bend to light up, and they only stay at their full brightness for about 15 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
So they crack her a new one every take.
I wonder who did the cracking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that must have been an interesting job.
Yeah. Like, okay, you're the cracker.
One of the prop masters, I guess.
Job is to crack this thing.
I hope they handed out the used ones, you know, like that was the crew gifts. Every crew member got a chem light. A genuine, sweaty Angelina Jolie chem light.
She touched that for 5 seconds.
Superb. So they've got an American as an English person, and an English person as the American. How very Marvel of them.
How ironic. Very Marvel.
Oh, that must have been a bitch to line up at the right time.
Oof.
I mean, think of how long they waited.
Yeah.
You guys are trigger happy.
Yeah.
I always forget she's a lady.
What?
Lady Croft.
She's Lady Croft?
She's a lady.
I mean, you know. I keep bringing it up. God. Meow. Wow. like the weirdest Rube Goldberg machine ever.
Yeah, it is. But I guess it's most adventure movies, huh? They always have one.
Yeah.
So this stunt was thought not to be possible because both of her stunt doubles got seasick and couldn't stand up on it. But Angelina managed it on her first try.
There you go. I mean, you could have just done that with like a little chisel and hammer. Right? It's all this convoluted weirdness. Ew. Touch it. Nice. Ouch.
Water flowing through cracks is never good.
No, it is not.
Especially when the water is CG.
You know it's bad when the water is CGI.
Yeah.
Oh no. There she is again. And her kicks must be like iron.
Maybe she's got steel-toed boots.
Potentially.
I guess it's the mummy now, kind of, right?
Yeah. Pretty much. Reanimated weird things coming at you.
They're really obsessed with their CGI in 2001, huh?
Yeah.
We're 2 for 2 on this. Angelina did 3 months of combat and weapons training. And a little bit of yoga and acrobatics. The weapons training was done by an SAS instructor. For those of you who don't know, SAS is what they call the British Special Forces. So she spent 3 months kind of trying to become a legitimate badass.
Yeah. I mean, she knows like the forms and stuff, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
She's not just some.
I mean, when she started training, she wasn't even strong enough to lift the guns up.
Yeah, I can imagine those guns are pretty heavy.
Yeah. She's just gonna taunt the armed men. I mean, I guess at this point they've used all their bullets, right?
Yeah.
And yet I'm sure they will continue to fire throughout the movie.
Without reloading.
I'm not sure that they did the right thing. You know?
Uh-oh.
I feel like if you unleash too many death traps, you kind of did the puzzle wrong.
This was never a puzzle, Jaeden. This is what you don't understand.
Okay.
It's what you call.
That backpack's a bandolier.
Oh my.
That's kind of cool. I don't know how practical it would be, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Dual wielding pistols would be so hard.
Dude. There's no
Especially those.
Yeah,
Gosh.
there's no way you'd be accurate with that thing.
Those are monsters.
I mean, the first like 100 rounds that you put in them didn't really do anything, so. Okay.
I mean, if she had blanks in those guns, then she probably is fighting a decent amount of kick.
Mm-hmm.
Disney's Gargoyles. Just a live action remake.
Yeah. She can fly. Oh, never mind.
What's up with monsters in movies with having sunlight problems?
The light is just too.
Yet again, 2 for 2.
Yeah, it's too much, dude.
I think Scooby-Doo just ripped off Tomb Raider.
Maybe they both ripped off something else.
Oh, that's possible.
Vampires, maybe. That could have been the starting point.
True.
You dare aim at me. You know bullets can't hit me.
In real life, there's no village in front of the temple. The crew had to build all this.
Well, that
Kind of a
sounds
hassle.
fun.
Either one or both, depending on how you look at it.
I mean, how in the world? I mean, they must have did a decent job for what I've seen, anyway. Little baby satellite.
Does he always bring the masseuse with him? Also, I'm not sure I would like people's feet on my back. Or people's feet on any part of me.
I don't know how practical. Like, is that a real thing or is this just made up?
Oh no, that's a real thing. It totally is. All over the world, people do that, especially in like Asian countries. And
That's a bit odd.
Yeah. Just Feet are gross.
Yeah.
She's only spent 2 days in Cambodia, and look at her tan.
Spray tan. That's what that is.
It's not laced with anything.
We promise.
This is just what I tell all the tourists. I have no idea who you are.
She just has 2 arms.
Skinny arm is all healed. Isn't that nice?
Gives her hallucinogenics.
They just did that so they don't have to keep wrapping her arm throughout the shoot.
Like, you see this?
Like, who wants to deal with that?
This is less cost on us. Practical effects branch.
This is so the continuity guys can take a breather. Oh yeah. I forgot to mention the monks flicking water on her were real monks who were just happened to be passing by. They didn't plan for that. But for some reason, the monks agreed to be in the movie. You'd think they'd be against that sort of thing, but they were cool about it. It's interesting.
Dude, did they build a village like right next to the monk people?
Apparently so.
Maybe they did the monks a favor. They just gave them like a nice
gave them more infrastructure.
Yeah. And the monks are like, right on.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe like, wow, we've been waiting for this. This is so cool.
This is great.
This is gonna make fishing so much easier. You have no idea.
I didn't know you could do this.
These white men sent from God.
They want us to be in moving picture film thing.
Just call her God.
That can't be true.
He looks like he smells like Old Spice.
Yeah, that turtleneck is really really making that happen.
Looks like he's got lots of dandruff. So this scene is supposed to look like night, and honestly, I don't see it.
It's supposed to look like nighttime?
Yeah. The director or someone like that mentioned it, and I was like, what?
How?
Is it?
But there's like stuff shooting in from the windows.
Yeah.
Sure do love their shower scenes.
Sure do. No action movie is complete without a good shower scene.
She wrote that down in like 10 seconds. She ran over there real quick.
She must have practiced it in her bathroom.
She's like, okay. Timed it.
Yeah, how'd she do that in boots?
I don't know.
On a hard floor? Oh. He has a red motif because he's evil. Now this outfit, I'm sure, is specifically supposed to be sexy. It's gotta be.
I'm not feeling it.
Hmm?
I'm not feeling it.
No?
Dude, this guy is... He needs a movie. The nerd guy? I don't even know his name.
Yeah, he's
British nerd
quirky.
guy. He needs a movie.
You said it. He really is a ladies' man.
Mm-hmm.
In the games, he's an African American guy.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So it's kind of interesting that
They whitewashed him.
chose to, yeah, chose a white Englishman.
I can't believe they've done this.
The hood doesn't do it for you?
I don't know. It feels like a gown type of thing going on still.
Mm.
And I don't know what the heck's up with that hood. She's just got like
It's got the tail.
a
I
rodent
wonder
on
if
her head.
she killed that animal.
Skinned it right there in the spot.
Yep, she just made that. That's how good she is. This rich guy's got like a whole team, and they're like, let's see let's get the freaking Englishman who doesn't speak a word of the language to do the negotiating. Oh, so she does know the language. And she was just gonna watch him and let him do that.
I feel like more and more that he's a pet, and she's like,
yeah, he amuses her.
Yeah, it's like a power situation going on there, more than anything.
Yeah, because obviously she knew what to do with that robot, but she's gonna leave him to do all the dirty work to fix it up.
Yeah.
Be like, oh, you're the smart one, yeah.
Oh, you're so smart.
Aren't you?
You can do it. Definitely some power dynamics going on in that relationship.
I mean, she's a rich badass, so the superiority is already there.
Yeah. Wait, so she's in a crew with who?
The villains.
Oh, so she agreed to help him.
Yeah.
Whack.
Because they got a piece. You know, it would actually be ridiculously dangerous to do this aimlessly. Because it's very hard to perceive a safe path. Like, you step on the wrong place and you die, basically.
Mm-hmm.
But the dogs usually know.
Well, good thing.
Like, that's really why you do the sled thing. Not because, you know, you're lazy and it's a long way or whatever, but
they know not
they
to
can
step
tell. And they're expendable. I mean, if you want anyone to fall in, you don't want it to be you.
Perfect asset.
They've located Venom.
The wall of Venom.
See, the Chemlight Cracker had his or her work really cut out for her in that scene.
Mm-hmm. Faux show. I mean, the whole area is pretty lit up, so I don't know why you're using.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're doing anything.
No.
Like, I think they could drop those
doesn't
now.
make any sense, actually. If I look, it doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I know it looks cool, but isn't it a bit impractical? Like
make
get a flashlight, woman.
Make the scene dark if you're gonna do that.
Yeah, of course.
If you're just gonna light up the whole place, then.
Well, I think they didn't want to ill light this cool set, so I think it was just a contradiction in planning.
I guess.
All around, probably.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I swear, every time I let the dogs loose, they're jumping through temporal orbs. This always happens.
I can't stand this, man.
The sidekicks are waiting.
It's great.
Should have done more with that.
Yeah.
Wow, this is also ready for a Dark Crystal reference. Yet again, 2 for 2. Were movies just all the same in 2001?
I guess. I mean, they were all like, made in the same area, so. Come on, that didn't even question.
I guess
man.
that's what they mean when a movie is a product of its time. Man,
Why are you even trying to climb that?
those are some pretty dangerous stunts.
Unless I'm like directly ordered to climb it, there's no way I'm getting on that thing.
Yep. This is the sort of thing where if it was in a game, it would just irritate the hell out of you.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, all those freaking moving pieces, and I have to do it in a certain amount of time. Oh my god.
You die 20 times.
Yep. I've definitely done puzzles like this, and definitely in Tomb Raider. Just get crushed a bunch.
Gore simulator. She made it. Whoa.
That reminds me, I was playing the very, very first Tomb Raider, and whoa! And my mom was walking down the hallway, and she's like, "Why did you choose to be a girl?" I'm like, "Well, I wasn't given a choice as Lara Croft." And she was like, "It's weird that you're playing as a girl." And it just felt especially weird because it's the first Tomb Raider. It's like hella pixelated, and it's like,
Boomer! Get
yeah,
away
could
from
you
me,
like,
Boomer!
could you stop complaining about this?
Pixelated woman that I
Frickin-
can't choose to be or be not. I'm
Yeah,
immersing myself. Gosh,
I'm
that's funny.
trying to shoot a bear that's made out of like 4 polygons. Like, don't get on me.
Don't get on my case. That's hilarious. My mom has done similar things. But I've actually chosen to be a woman because I find it appealing.
There are a few games where I actually have.
Yeah. I mean, I just like looking at like women rather than men. If I'm gonna stare at if I'm playing a third person game and I have to look at someone's back and like legs and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
of course I'm gonna pick woman. Right?
Well, that's true, but it's not just that. But like, there's this weird thing where
And there's also
it just feels more complete for me. Like, for instance, I've played a lot of horror games, and for some reason, I don't know if you've noticed, but like in 90% of horror games, the protagonist is female, and most of the time it's third person.
Yeah.
So like, I'm really used to after playing dozens of these games, looking at the female, and it just I don't know, it just feels more like a video game.
See, Resident Evil knows what's up.
Yeah,
They know their
they
audience.
do. You're almost always playing as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Although there are a few games where they just get the cool powers, like Borderlands 2.
Yeah, that's true.
Siren is the
Class
best.
specific.
Or at least I think so.
It's pretty interesting. Also, like Overwatch has that kind of.
Yeah, although they have a lot of female characters. They have mostly female characters. It's kind of
Yeah.
unavoidable.
They have a lot of very interesting characters.
So as cool as this set is, it's actually not a full circle.
How?
Just gotta shoot it at the right angles.
That's whack. can make your father reappear.
That henchman was a taxi driver in London that the director found and hired on a whim.
I like these random hirings.
Yeah, I mean,
Just happen.
sometimes you just get lucky, you know?
Like, you know what?
One
You'd
day
be great in
you're-
a movie. You want to be in a movie?
You just,
Yeah.
that's why you should be nice to people. You never know who you're talking to.
Yeah, they could hire you for a movie role. Well,
See, that's why I think it would be cool to be a powerful movie director, you know? I think that would be kind of good. Like, it would feel good to, like, just have the power to be like, you know,
you're hired.
you know, just some random Joe. Like, hey, you're kind of handsome.
You want to be in a movie?
You know, standing around with a cigar and a double-breasted suit. Come on, son, you'll be great.
You would have full control.
You'll make like $2 million. Come on. What are you waiting for?
Come on, man.
I feel like that'd be nice.
Yeah. But then you'd have to like deal with a lot of people that are really stupid.
Oh, yes. Yes, you would.
So kind of, you know.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
He bursts. Oh, God.
Not the best terminology. I missed you so much, Father.
You see the resemblance between them?
Not really. I mean, possibly, but I don't know.
Well, that's funny, because that's her actual father.
It just
I guess she looks more like her mother.
do you see it? Does she?
No, I don't. Maybe if she had a mustache, I don't know. Maybe that would change everything.
Dude, we need to Photoshop a mustache on her and see what it looks like.
Yeah, you go home and do that. See what happens. Be like, is this it?
Huh? Can you see the difference? Let's give her the hair too.
Fist bump. We're
Just
freaking
does-
Tomb Raiders, dog.
It just does the
Boom.
Tomb Raider thing, or not the Tomb Raider, the turkey thing. You know the
Yeah.
fist bump.
See, he's wearing gauntlets because he's a cool adventurer, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you know he was a hot young adventurer once upon a time.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this was tough to film. Speaking of suspending disbelief, don't look into the science of this one. Because, I mean, man, would it really keep its velocity? How would that work?
No,
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little dicey.
just a little bit.
Oh, well.
If anything, you would just hit him with the handle instead of the.
Yeah. But it's fun, so who cares? Everyone's
Wow.
like, how... The henchmen are like, how the hell did that happen?
Dude, what the heck?
Did you see that? Was that the boomerang knife he was talking about earlier?
That's crazy.
Son of a... We told him that was going to be a bad idea.
We're still gonna get our paycheck at the end of the month, right?
We were standing on a CGI landscape. It was wild. That picture is just of a woman who worked in the art department.
Oh.
Quick and easy.
So she had all the power in the world, and she just moved a knife backwards.
She just used it to save a life.
Whack.
It's pretty nice.
She could have, like, I don't know, did anything.
Yeah, I would have done. I would have shooed the power eventually. Like, I would have been like, I would have destroyed it. But, I would have done a few things first.
I would just spend,
Rig a few elections.
Kill
move some,
kill some dictators.
rob a few banks. Move some money in the right places.
Yeah.
I mean, I know she's like rich and successful and whatever, and probably doesn't care that much. But
She could have spent more than, a couple minutes.
she could have helped humanity a little bit, I feel like.
Yeah. But no. You had to shoot it with a bullet.
Liberate the people of China.
Mm-hmm.
South Korea.
You mean North Korea?
Half of the countries in Africa.
Half of the country.
That's what I meant. North Korea. That's right.
I don't even know what's going on in
Oh, gosh,
Africa.
nobody. It's all over the place.
It's like
just,
actual Mad Max. There's just weird factions that
Yeah, it is. It's so
do whatever they want.
it's so complicated.
Yeah. It's basically like Europe, but if everyone was like
If
hostile.
every country in Europe hated each other.
Yeah, if everyone hated each other, that would be, South Africa or wherever.
Oh, that poor pretty set.
Yeah. So sad.
I do miss big cavernous sets, like in this movie and the last. Like it's cool the stuff we can do with CG and all that, but it's nice to have something so beautifully crafted.
Yeah, it definitely looks pretty good. And you can actually, like, physically interact with it.
Yeah. Gives you the ability to improvise as a director.
Mm-hmm.
This is just the same tunnel used over and over again. Camera angles are everything.
Mm.
Just gotta cut things right. Ooh, I think Superman's down there. He's so turned on right now. Big floppy hats? That was his thing the whole time.
That was his thing. Loose garments.
I mean, that's how all men feel about a sundress, let me tell you. I mean, some people, they go on about, we need the lacy little lingerie, or
need a dress.
they need their stockings and all this, but a sundress, that's where it's at. I'll tell you. Not the hat. But, you know.
That pulls it all together.
Shiny. Whoa, in the living room. We saw what she did to the training room. Woo.
I mean, I don't know why you would do that.
Calm
That's
down.
just a waste of everything.
Because she's rich.
And dangerous.
That's how they do.
But the guy was so sad that he shot her thing last time.
That's true. But it probably pays really well.
Abusive relationship. I'm telling you.
That's been like your takeaway this whole movie.
Yeah.
This poor sidekick man, whatever his name is. I don't even know his name.
You don't know.
That's how unimportant he is.
Oh.
Does he get to be in the sequel? Who knows? Who cares?
If he's in the sequel, in the first shot, it's gonna be him, like in a Alcoholics Anonymous, but it's like for domestic abuse victims or something. He's gonna be there.
Sidekicks Anonymous.
Sidekicks Anonymous. The Ginger's gonna be there. Like my boss died in a cave. What's your story? I've been psychologically abused by a rich woman that pays me to create things. That would be a good sketch.
Lara Croft, as in Lady Croft. Oh, she's so hot. You know, like no one would have any sympathy.
Yeah.
They would just be like, oh my gosh, such a lucky man. I'd let her step on me. You know, the internet would go crazy.
Pretty much, yeah.
And he would be like, I was actually abused.
Please believe me,
Come on.
Good sketch. Need to make it right now.
It's like that I saw a sketch about that, you know, Oscar slap.
There's too
you know,
many.
There's
way too many of those.
There is too many, but the one I saw is like, you know, where you know, Chris Rock goes to the police and is trying to report, and they're like, "Oh, Will Smith, that's so cool." Oh, well, we don't care. It's Will Smith. He's cool. It's fine.
I want to watch that. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, I think it was like some Aussie guys who made it.
Oh, Will Smith, eh? He's great. He was in so many movies.
Not as many stuntmen as I thought there would be. I think they must have reused a lot of guys. You know, like
they were all in like black uniforms.
The henchman from the beginning must have been the henchman at the end too. Just the same 5 guys running around. Good for them. Super Techno Crane.
Man, this movie was whack.
Electricians Mark Gay and Paul Wood.
Mark Gay?
That's what it said. Mark Gay and Paul Wood.
SFX, cool.
Mark is a big fan of Paul's Wood. Helen Mattocks, but we call her Helen Buttocks. Yes, they have a very discriminatory workplace.
Oh, it's so quirky. Sexually harass women.
That's what we all do down here in England, where we all live.
Yes. But we're really polite about it. May I squeeze your bottom? Oh, it does not matter.
I was so nice, I could get away with it.
Kate Grimble.
The key to being a bastard is being so damn polite. Michael Chubbuck. What a great name.
Chubbuck.
Iceland unit.
Like the weirdest names.
That must have been where they were at the end. That would have been easier. I can see that.
London sound editors. They separated them.
You know, have you ever known anyone who was a part of a movie?
Personally,
Yes.
depends on what you mean by a movie.
A movie's a movie. What do you mean?
Like a home movie?
No.
Like
I mean something that was
franchise
under some kind of official release, or maybe, I mean, even like maybe a fan film, I guess. I don't know. Like some kind of semi-professionalism.
I don't think so. I think the closest person I know that would be in a movie, and it's because he like stars in it, is Zach. I don't know if you know who Zach is.
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay. Because
With
he makes
the beard, you know, Piano
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he makes a lot of home movies.
Really?
So I think the closest thing I could think of would be Zach. But
I didn't know that. I can't believe it. All the times we've hung out and it's never come up. That's insane.
what
Anyway.
that he does, he makes a bunch of.
Yes.
Oh.
Wow. No, but anyway, you were saying?
He makes. He wasn't. I don't think he was in official movies, but he would be the closest one, and I think that would be somewhat associated with that because he does like a lot of movie type videos, but it's more like short films that he does. Well, he used to do them.
So, don't you think that's a bit weird? That you don't know anyone personally who's
I
been
mean,
in
I'm on
movie
the
making?
opposite side of America
No.
from where all the movies are made.
No. There are movies made all around the country. There are literally hundreds of thousands of movies made and released every year. Hundreds of thousands. And there's, literally hundreds of people who work on every single movie because they
Maybe
can't
they
all be
just
working
hire
at the same movie.
people.
I'm just
time.
saying,
It's a statistical
statistically,
chance.
isn't it amazing that
Yeah,
you've never met one of these people?
even if they're like extras,
Because
background characters.
they've got to be everywhere. I actually know two, so it's
What movies
I'm kind
were
of
they
right
in?
in a way, but I know a girl who was an extra in Jurassic World. She told me what scene she's in. She's in a scene with the Triceratops pen. For the life of me, I can't pick her out. I've watched it over and over. I'm just gonna have to take her word for it.
Just lied to you.
And then my cousin Scott is an actor, and he's been in lots of stuff. He's been on the Disney Channel, and he's even voice acted. He's he's been Knuckles and Sonic the Hedgehog a few times.
Which one?
That sort of thing.
The animated?
A few of the games back in the day.
Interesting. You know famous people. Sort of. Not really.
I know one famous person,
Famous.
and one person who, I mean, has the capacity to be famous, but
They ran a movie.
she's choosing to be a heart surgeon instead.
Well, that's a lot
yeah,
more
she's
important
just a
to
very
be-
good. She's just a very good person. That's for sure. Anyway, thank you for joining us.
Anyway.
I doubt you stayed this long, and if you have, I salute you.
Yes.
Because those were some long credits, I tell you. Anyway.
You're rewarded with nothing.
With nothing.